There are must wins and then there are shoulda wins. Which game was this one? Lions fall 34-33 in the nation's capital. To this third down, bro, this game was both. The Lions had to win this and they should have won it, but they crapped the bed. Let's commiserate about that right now with the three down bros. Leo's Legion, your three down bros, Roland, Arthur, and Greg. And I'll tell you what, three down bro Greg is pissed off, disappointed, disgusted, everything else. We had a bye week to fix things. We stood pat, other than signing some guy out of the NFL who I don't even think I saw on the field that game. And we did nothing but crap the bed. The D looked good for a little while, which they should have. It's the Ottawa Rough Riders, Red Blacks, sorry. But no, they figured out, wait, we got to find another way to lose. And they did. And they absolutely pissed off, I am sure, every season ticket holder there is, every casual fan there could be, and these three down bros. So let's toss these high level thoughts around, starting with Roland.
Yeah, thanks, Greg. Well, first of all, if you're joining us today online, as usual, feel free to type in the chat to respond to us. Let us know your thoughts, anything that we say that you agree or disagree with, or any thoughts that you might have. Just feel free to put it up on the chat, and then we'll bring it up on screen and we'll respond to you. But yeah, my high level thoughts. Well, first of all, let me tell you my reaction. After we lost that game, I just couldn't talk. I couldn't talk. I didn't even feel like hanging out with my two bros here. I just wanted to go home.
And we're good guys.
Yeah, they're good guys. I just
wanted to go home and cry.
Go home and decompress and
yeah,
like what happened? Like we started off the game well. Our defense was good, and I was thinking, hey, maybe this is a good change. At halftime, the opponent only had 3 points. That was great. And then the second half, things just unraveled. Our defense went back to their old habits. Our play on both sides was not disciplined. We took so many penalties, and we had a total of, what is it here? 9 penalties for 105 yards.
Whole field.
Our offense, second down conversions was only 39.1%. Usually we've had a lot higher second down conversions, but it wasn't the case. But yeah, to allow Ottawa to come back and not just catch up, but to beat us. I was just, yeah, I didn't have any words to say. So that was my reaction. Arthur.
Yeah, it's a pretty disappointing loss. I had a feeling. I was chatting with another friend of ours who was watching the game with us, Nick. Shout out to Nick. I said they're gonna lose by 1. Mind you, I thought they had 3 chances to win. Ottawa had 3 chances to get the touchdown.
Yeah.
And then on the third time, I was like, okay, well, it's there is a slight chance, but I still had that feeling. Yeah, it just didn't look good. The defense, say what you want, they're atrophying. They just either it's undisciplined penalties, blown assignments, or they just got beat. And then the coaches, it seems like the coaches aren't helping them out with whatever scheme they're running, and they're maybe on the field too long. That fourth quarter was defensively, it's hard to watch.
Yeah.
I told you guys before, I like really tough defense of football. I don't need 40 to 39 football scores. I'm a guy that likes 17 to 13. Tough defense, power running, for you to make a first down, it has to be a good play. For you to actually score a touchdown It has to be like a great play or a great scheme of something. But the way the Lions are bleeding points and
Yeah.
yards, it's hard to watch. It's almost unwatchable for me. As a
Yeah.
fan, as a season ticket holder, there has to be some change. Of course, I know with the operations cap, it's gonna be tough, but there has to be some change because there's gonna be a crisis of consumer confidence in this city for this football team if they cannot get that defense sorted out.
Absolutely. I just want to add to like that friend Nick who was watching the game with us. He's fairly new to the CFL, so when there was 33 seconds left, he thought, okay, game's done. I turned around, I said, 33 seconds, you can still get 5 plays in. And Ottawa just needed, what, 2?
Yep. You know, I mean, Nick thoroughly enjoyed the game from a game point of view. He said, hey, I didn't realize the CFL could be so wide open. And you know what? As much as I love Nick, we're gonna have a chat with that guy about how to root for a CFL team. But you know what? All things that he enjoyed the game, and that's what it's about, is people falling in love with this game. However, this team, I don't know. Like, apathy is really starting to creep in on me here, but I'm still ticked. Like Roland and Arthur, you guys have hit it on the head. And we said earlier, the offense has to play almost not quite perfect, but almost, because the other two units can't seem to play the minimum complementary football they need to should the offense stumble. And this offense stumbled because Ottawa's D figured them out. And when this offense needed to move, they couldn't. And then they took stupid penalties, which put them in second and really long. And what was the second down success rate? Under 40%.
Yeah.
And so now you're punting. The cover team was okay. I mean, I kept saying it's Pimpleton, it's Pimpleton, it's Pimpleton, and they had him pretty much in check, except for that missed field goal at the end of the game. But still, even with that roughing call on, of all people, the holder for the place kick, our punter, you still could have held him. But no, you give up that long bomb. It's just like the adage is this defense is the epitome of the adage: bad teams find a way to lose.
Yes.
As far as I hate to say it, but this whole team is bad, because you know, football, you win and lose as a team. Yeah, there are some guys that, man, I don't know why they're on this roster, because they continually, constantly, and dependably hurt this team.
Yeah, exactly.
Read a comment there, Ro.
Mark's comment, yeah. Edwards Cooper. Case in point. Yeah, Mark says, Edwards Cooper needs to be shown the door. 2 selfish penalties, and you can't be beat on a double move at that stage of the game. Terrible game awareness.
And that's the word I've been using, is awareness. We got receivers on our offense that are not aware. You guys all know my feelings about Edwards Cooper the first go-around he was with. And then we ship him off to Saskatchewan, and then we bring him back? Yeah, injured? Come on.
He can't be the best, the best replacement that we have. I just can't.
I honestly think the new guy that was in there,
Yeah.
Stone, everybody, I think Arthur said maybe, in Arthur's theory, they're protecting the new guy. The new guy made plays.
Yeah.
Carter made plays.
They couldn't take advantage of the new guy, right? So, but Edwards Cooper, I mean, let me read a few comments. Wayne says, I'm afraid that the defense needs changes. Yeah, absolutely. I was very surprised by the late loss, but you have to give Crum some credit. Yeah, Crum took advantage of our lapses. Right?
He's beat us before. His game debut, just like Jake Dolagala. And I've said it before, this team, I don't know if it's a curse. We do not do well against brand new quarterbacks who have never played this game before. They always seem to be able to figure out RD, or their coaches do, and put them in the right schemes, the right plays, the right positions to succeed against our defense.
I really want to put a lot more of the blame for this on the coaches. As usual, second on halftime, the opponent adjusted. Right, first half our defense had their offense contained 3 points. Right, so at halftime they made adjustments. They come out and they're able to make plays against our defense. We should be adjusting at that point, but again, we're not. And whose fault is that? That's the coach's. Right?
Absolutely, because the coaches on the other side are the ones that put their players in position to succeed. Okay, granted, we're holding their offense to 3 points. So really, what change are you going to make? Right? Maybe really good coaches can foresee what, okay, you know what? We've held them to this, but what if they change to this? Then we better be ready. And okay, so you don't do that at halftime, but you sure as heck better be doing it after they execute against you a couple times.
Yeah, partway through the third quarter.
But that whole game, we were waiting for the other shoe to drop anyway, were we not, Arthur? It was like, we're up by 17, but the D could, and then sure enough.
Yeah, we don't. We have absolutely no trust in our defense at this point.
Nope. And I don't think there's a comment there, Roland. I was going to comment on it, but I'll let you should read it first,
okay.
I guess.
Yeah. Daniel says, "Did you guys see Sean White after the game? He looked so upset." Okay, go ahead, Greg.
Well, I got a lot of people say like, "Oh, it came down to that Sean White field goal." No, it didn't. No, it shouldn't have. It shouldn't have been dependent upon that Sean White field goal. You were still up by 6. You could have held Ottawa to a field goal in 33 seconds.
Yeah.
Easily held them. What did we keep saying about the D? When they needed to play prevent, they don't execute it well. When they don't need to play prevent and they play it, they don't execute it well. You've got guys starting with a cushion, and then they extend that cushion and close late. That's what bites them, and that solely is on the coaches.
Yeah.
Because I'm sorry, if the guys up in the spotter box and the guys on the sideline see their drops are happening too quick or too wide, that's up to the coaches to say, hey guys,
gotta make the adjustment.
Just like you said, Bowman was the guy that tweaked bets. Coaches got to tweak the player if the player's not figuring it out, because the game's going really fast around them. Some guy in a forum I was on earlier today, well, can't blame Benny. Benny's not on the field. No, but Benny's the one setting the plan onto the field, and those players. We said in the bye, if they don't change Benny, then him, Buck, and everybody involved with that defense better sit down, figure out how they got these players to play to the best of their ability and the best scheme for them.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Sean White, he would make this field goal 99 out of 100 times. Right? But this time he didn't.
I don't think so. It's right on the edge. It was a swirling wind. If it's in BC Place,
because
if it was in BC Place,
yes,
46-yard field goal,
yep,
I give it to you.
Yeah,
it's in a swirling wind. It's not at home, and
the field's
he tried to push it. I thought it was. I had it at less than 50% chance he was going to make it.
Yeah, I guess
because it's at the edge of his. Yeah. I mean, if it's 35-yard line, 50-yard field goal, you make it.
I think I know what Roland means. It's like you can depend on Sean White to make that field goal. It's not he will make it, but you don't have a worry with him going in there. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
you have more of a worry about the defense stopping.
Well, yeah. If I had to pick my worries, of course. But I mean, it's a 46-yard field goal in that wind tunnel, and
where the plant foot is on a wet turf field. I get. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. No, my point is, I'm not hanging the loss on Sean White, but I hear Arthur's point in that we should have moved the ball further ahead. I remember we were talking because Nick was there, right? And I said we need another 1 or 2 first downs, and then we can kick the field goal.
Yep.
But we didn't get any field.
You get another first down, you just take the knee because you would have took them out of time.
Yeah. So
you didn't even need like they just.
Yeah, but
it was just two plays off left around like B gap.
Yes.
On the left side, and I don't know if one was like that's where he went, and those two, it's too easy to defend against ultra conservative play calling.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, it's not Sean White's fault.
No.
But it's a lot to ask for him to make that field goal, that distance, and that wind condition.
Yeah, we need to move further ahead.
And okay, so that was the one time the offense stumbles because they figured this out. And okay, special teams stumbled. So now you're hoping the D can play enough to overcome that stumble, and they can't.
Yeah, but I mean, the offense stumbled a few other times.
Yeah,
too.
they left some plays on the field,
yep.
right? I mean,
but again, they had 33 points on the board. They did enough. Maybe okay, this wasn't a perfect game by them by any means, but the other units have to be able to pick it up if the offense, because you can't expect your offense to be perfect every single game. We're not there yet.
Yeah. HCV says, I think this is the first time we've seen you, HCV. If so, welcome. Winds was up to 50 kilometers gust that night. Wow. Our drone show was canceled at halftime because of the win. Okay,
Oh,
there we go.
I was gonna say the Lions only scored 6 points only. 6 points in the fourth quarter.
Oh.
So to me,
Yeah,
hey,
the offense,
they needed another point or two,
the
right?
offense stumbled.
but
Right.
then
So
the
they
defense figured us out.
well, yeah, yeah. So
Yep.
they needed to do more in the fourth quarter with their defense atrophying,
Yeah,
right? So your one unit is starting to wear down, right? And they they just couldn't stop them. They couldn't stop Ottawa. So you as an offense, you have to like, okay, we're gonna make a play. We're gonna have to do something special. A playmaker on the offensive side of the ball has to make a play for the team. And in the fourth quarter, they didn't get enough on the off. I mean, I'm not gonna hang it on the offense, right?
no,
But this
you
is
still
this
needed
is
You're
football.
just
to do
stating
better.
fact, Arthur. You were just stating fact.
Like
They
they
need to
just
do
needed a
better,
little
yeah.
bit more on their offense. You're not hanging this loss on them.
Nope.
But hey, you win as a team, you lose a team, right? That's what they always
Yep.
say.
Yep.
But now I'm just wondering if there's gonna be some kind of infighting.
There's got to be, because you're the offense. You're doing up until this point. You've done everything you can. Even in that Hamilton debacle, you've done everything you can. And just dang it, the one time you falter, like again, didn't we say that in the Hamilton game? We needed a couple more first downs, the end of that game, and then believe that as a march down a win, right? We would have run. Again, you don't have enough, because again, the offense scores, defense just got to stop it,
Yeah.
or get it back. And I mean,
They-
did the
they-
defense run out of gas because they were playing so darn hard to keep Ottawa at 3 points for the first 3 quarters of the game or whatever it was, first half? No.
It boils down to turnovers. I think we're -2, -3, -2 on the night.
I think -2.
2 interceptions. Crum didn't have any, and I think 2 fumbles. But I think they were recovered.
Let me read a
Yeah,
couple
but
more
I mean, okay,
comments
yeah,
here.
the one off of Hatcher's hand. You got, I mean, it goes in the books as an INT, but he has his hands on it, and those DBs are right on him. So again, the opposition's defense had an effect on our offense. We don't have anything to have an effect.
Let
on
me read a
it.
couple more comments here. Wayne says the problem has to be coaching unless the players are subpar. That would then be management that didn't draft correctly.
I think it's
Uh,
both.
Daniel says Benny has to go. I'm not in favor of firing a coach with only 6 games left in football, but we have no choice.
But what are you going to replace him with? Benny
Phillips.
Light and Phillips? That's Benny Light.
Anything's better.
I mean,
better at this point.
would you take the defense last year over this year?
Yeah, last year's defense.
I think they were 4th-ranked defense last year.
Well, actually, last year we did notice they were a little bit better holding their cool, so maybe. But I mean, maybe they're also I don't know.
I think they were the 4th-ranked defense last year. They just couldn't stop the run, and they couldn't stop Willette. That was the issue. They couldn't stop the run.
It's better.
Now they can't stop anything.
Actually, anything is better than Benny right now.
Oof.
Honestly, like, you put a new guy in there, whether it's RP or anyone else, and they're going to do things differently. It's not the same old thing again, right?
Sometimes you just need a new voice on the defensive side.
But RP's the pass game coordinator, so he's the voice in that secondaries here already.
I mean, what else? I mean, who else are you gonna bring in? Like a Mark Washington? He doesn't know like.
No, you can't. A new coach we talked about that. They don't know the play.
So you if you're gonna make an in-season adjustment, Greg,
Yeah, I mean,
the
you have
only
yes.
play is RP. Unless you bring in Mark Washington and he's just gonna like just run on. I mean, it's gonna be more the same. So you're like, what's the point?
Well, what about Randy I guess you don't give it to the D line coach.
Well, I mean,
I don't know what he is as a DC. Like we don't know.
I mean, does he have experience calling defensive plays, right?
Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah. So, let me read another comment. Mark says, discouraging when you see the Elks defense looks so good, and that was without 4 starters.
Arthur's
Yeah.
pre-show comments
we were-
exactly.
We were just talking about this earlier. Edmonton was I was surprised that they were able to beat Calgary, and exactly what you said, right? They looked good, And I'll let my two bros put in their thoughts. But my thought here is that they were able, for however they did it, they were able to muster that fire in their belly to say we're not going to lose to the Stamps twice. And even though they had backups playing, they played their hearts out. Their defense was aggressive. They were rallying to the ball. They were playing, fast and loose, but very focused, very aggressive. And that's something that we don't have. Something we don't have in our team. I know a lot of people are saying that maybe we don't have the right personnel and all that. But my feeling is that, even if you have the personnel that we have, if we can somehow muster that fire in their belly, they can rise up. But you got to have the right leaders to do that, both within the players' ranks as well as in the coaching ranks, and we don't have that right now. Arthur, your thoughts?
Well, I mean, Edmonton's been on a heater, right? They when they switched QBs after they lost to us, I think Trey Ford was bench, and then Cody lost 2 games, Pajaro, and then he rattled off 3 wins in a row. There's belief starting to build within that team, right? Then their defense started to go down, right, one by one. I think Nick Anderson's been on. I think he's just going to come off the 6th game, right? So they did that. The winnings without Nick Anderson. I'm not sure when Morgan went down. Maybe a couple games ago. I'm not exactly sure. Then of course the last week they lost to Calgary. This week more starters went down, but they have a quarterback that they can believe in. So that's not. I mean, I don't think that's the problem in BC, because I think everyone believes in Nathan Rourke.
Yes.
But I think Edmonton always had a better defense than we did.
Yeah.
Just that their quarterback, Trey Ford, just couldn't get anything going, and their defense just
On the field too long.
long. And again, complementary football. One team does well, the other, like the one phase does well, the other phase picks it up, the momentum, right? So, yeah, I agree with you. These Elk, especially defensively, they pressured that Calgary O-line. That looked so impenetrable.
Yes.
The prior week.
Yeah.
And then on the other side of the ball, like Rankin just ran roughshod over the Stamps. I know they were missing their potential defensive player of the year, Hutchings, in the middle of their D line, but that's one player they're missing. They're missing one defensive player, and mind you could say it's a key one, but they had the rest. So, kudos to Edmonton. That was a very impressive win, and VA looked pretty like he was taking a beating. I was saying to Roland, I think VA isn't gonna get injured because he wants to win so bad, right?
I know.
He's such a warrior and a
They're lucky
competitor.
they blew some of he's lucky on some of those plays they blew the whistle when they did, because if he gets thrown down or gets a knee twisted because there's a crowd pulling him down.
They were blowing the whistle earlier than in our case when Nate's battling. So
yeah, I mean, but sometimes like VA will just like try to hang in there and try to get open, give his receiver another half second, he can throw the deep ball, and then he would get smacked, right? Or try to muscle his way out of a tackle and then run for 20 yards, right? So, but I think like Dickinson did pull him with 2 minutes left.
And I'm glad he did. I mean, I still love VA, right? And, and I'm glad Dave Dixon did that, because it's better to concede this game, lose the short-term battle, but focus on the long-term season, right?
But Roland, they're only down 12 with 2-3 minutes to go.
I know, but if VA goes down, that's it for their season.
But it's a CFL. You can.
If VA goes down, that's
we already know what backs up VA. We've seen that guy play.
Yeah. Look what happened to us last year,
12
right?
points.
VA goes down and their season goes down.
But it's the CFL. 12 points. You can score that in 2 minutes, right?
Yeah, but the way their offense was going, I don't think they could have. But
well, yeah.
Yeah. Daniel says VA seems not to play well second half of the season. Oh, that's interesting thought. Interesting thought.
So if I could add to what Roland said about the Edmonton D, and I think there's a comment before that. Can you read that one, Roland, again about grit?
Yeah.
That's
Wayne
one.
says, I was very impressed with the Eskimos' defense.
Eskimos.
In particular, but their whole team played with grit. Very surprising.
And that's the key. If I can add to Roland said they were able to muster the fire, and it was like no more. That starts with the coaches and the leaders in that room. Now, Micah Awe, he's vocal before a game, so I'm going to theorize he's vocal in the locker room. Benny, he's not vocal in the locker room. He's talky, but he's not vocal.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the coaches let that defense play with no fear. They had the fire, sure. They had the grit, sure. But because they weren't playing with fear, they were able to let that fire burn, let that grit come through, and just play aggressive and just go after VA, live or die by the blitz, whatever it is. But I think they got a lot of that pressure in sacks with 4-man front, maybe only an extra man coming, not like an 8-player whatever.
Yeah.
But like Arthur said, Benny or whatever it is seems to be protecting something, scared of something, whatever. The players are almost playing over, like they're overthinking. They're not just playing. And Edmonton, it showed that defense was aggressive from opening kickoff to the end, and look what it did. Ours was aggressive, and then the aggressive was getting controlled. That's up to the coaches to fix that aggression or rechannel it, find something else to do. But we didn't, we don't, whatever it is. But Edmonton played with no fear.
Yeah.
And the longer they played with no fear with success, that fueled the fire that Roland said that they had.
And the belief will come, right?
Yep.
Belief's coming.
Because the results were there. And then the belief comes. And if they got burned, they didn't give a rat's ass. They came back aggressive, gritty, and fire-filled again and again and again, and Calgary couldn't deal with it.
Yeah.
If we had that we talked about relentless defensive pressure, chaos in the backfield. They figured it out.
We have chaos in the backfield, but not the
chaos on our
we're
side.
not causing the chaos.
No, but that's what I mean. I'm not saying.
I know what you're saying.
But that was my key to the game: cause chaos. You've got a young quarterback, mess him up. But we did for a while.
Yeah.
But then they realized, okay, we're not able to run on the Lions D. So what did they start doing? Screen passes, and then all of a sudden they're moving the ball. Then why couldn't our coach just figure it out? Yeah, they went pace. I get it. Then have a guy take that mysterious knee.
Yeah, or the next drive, right?
Something, but golly.
You can adjust the next drive.
But then how many times did the Ottawa D hold us to a 2-and-out or a 3-and-out the next drive, and then next thing you know, our D's back on the field?
Yeah.
Because you can't expect our O to play. We've said it. We're beating a dead horse.
So Daniel says, it's been proven, guys, especially here in BC. He's talking about his comment about VA seems not to play well the second half of the season.
Well, we talked about that. VA, everybody's like, oh, we should have kept VA. But Daniel's saying that's why we didn't.
Yeah. Daniel adds, Lions not making playoffs unless defense gets fixed. Yeah, absolutely. Mark says, with Kalara's status in doubt, Bombers could be in trouble with surging Elks. And if Lions could ever get their defense figured out.
I mean, it's looking like Bombers and Lions are going to be 4th and 5th in the West, and there's going to be no crossover because I think Toronto's surging.
Toronto
and even losing, coming in dead last in the West, we still can't beat Winnipeg. Just saying.
Well, I mean,
because we've already lost the season series to them, and we can't even beat them for being the worst. Actually, maybe we will.
Well, again, it doesn't matter, right?
I do hope Claris is okay. I mean, he is with Winnipeg, but as the player, I wish him the best.
Well, every injury he's been having lately is because his bell's been rung.
But it wasn't that hard of a hit. The cage did hit his chin. Like Revis's cage maybe did hit Zach's chin a little, but it wasn't like.
And then his head kind of hit the ground a bit too as it was going down. But
it wasn't a big hit.
No, but it's not the head hitting the ground sometimes. Sometimes it's the jolt of the hit. The brain still jiggles back and forth in there, and Caleros has had enough.
Yeah, enough. It's now a small hit is causing this.
Exactly.
Which is not good.
Like Matt Dunnigan, right? I mean, Matt Dunnigan, I remember reading an article or an interview with him. It's like a light bulb in his head now. It's that fragile. It doesn't take a lot to shatter that light bulb.
Yeah.
And like Milt Stegall said, maybe Caleros better start thinking about.
No, Milt didn't say maybe.
He said
Oh,
he
okay.
should.
Mill said he should
Yes,
just
he doesn't
retire.
want to
Like, I
become a
don't want
veteran.
to
Yes,
see him on
okay.
the
I was trying
field
to be a
anymore.
little lighter, but yeah, like
Well,
you
no,
don't.
I'm
His
just
family doesn't want to be a
Mills
vegetable.
already made that public, right? So you don't need to
Yeah,
Mills
but
make
that's
that quite public.
kind of tough. You know, we don't have enough good quarterbacks in the league. So
Well, because we
Yeah.
stay with the good ones too long, and the other ones don't get brought up.
No, because we do these dumb third. We have these third down quarterbacks that just specialize in the sneak.
Yeah.
They should develop.
You want to see a
Develop
developed
quarterback.
Tommy Stevens,
yeah.
Chris Trevler?
Wayne says, I do feel sorry for Lord and the offense. It seems no matter how many points they score, the defense gives up more points. Absolutely.
And if
Yeah.
they do stumble once, everybody's, oh, look at the offense. Well, it's not always the case.
Yeah.
You can't expect them to be perfect
Yeah.
because other defenses will have a say. There's 12 other guys that are
That's right.
trying to stop our offense. And if they can be adjusted, why can't ours?
HCB says, with the rematch in BC, what adjustments are needed? Lions lead the entire game. They lost it in those two great plays by Pimpleton at the end, essentially.
Well, okay, he ran out a kick. Had there not been a roughing, he only got to maybe the 30, 35.
Something like
Sure.
that.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, adjustments. I think we've been kind of talking about, you know, all the defense needs to have that fire. The coaches need to be able to adjust in the game and not go with just whatever they planned at the beginning of the game and that's it.
Because Tavai was on fire.
Yeah,
The
to,
beginning of it,
to
yeah.
vibe. So let's talk about some good things. We've been talking negative, right? Okay.
But
So-
to answer his question,
Yeah.
the coaches to HCB, the coaches need to sit down, put the film in their face until they figured out where that turning point was. What Ottawa's offense did to start beating them. Yes, if they're on the field too long, yes, they go with pace, whatever. But all of a sudden, Ottawa's attack changed. And we didn't change with it. That's what they got to figure out. It's the adjustment to those screen passes. And they got to stop the stupid hitting and start freaking tackling.
yeah.
We
And
never
di-
addressed that yet.
And discipline.
Oh,
Our
yes. Walk away
players
after the
were-
play's done.
We're very undisciplined, you know, by the end of the game. And you know, when you're undisciplined like that, you're not focused. You're gonna keep making mistakes. And when you're playing frustrated, then you're not playing your best. You can't play frustrated. Mark says Butler was getting stuffed a lot on first down. They need more play action on Friday.
Yeah. Well, that's buck nasty. Like Arthur says, you know we're going to run, and we're still going to run. But unfortunately, I don't know if we have that attitude in the Lions offensive players that they Buck had in the
We don't
Winnipeg one.
have Winnipeg's offensive line.
Nope, we don't.
Right. I mean, that's the thing.
Yeah. So Daniel says defense, and HCB says D. So I think they're saying we need defense to step up. Daniel says all the penalties.
yeah.
HCB says discipline and penalties were very costly. Yeah, it kills you. Kills
Yep,
your
the defensive
momentum.
penalties, continued drives, the poor tackling, continued drives. Now the defense is getting tired. The offense, the bad discipline sets them back long. Yeah, it was,
Yeah.
and they came at the wrong time. You get a first down on second and long. Oh wait, wipe it out. Go second and longer.
Kills your momentum. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about some positives because we've been talking all negatives. So Tavai
Do we have
Tavai
enough
had
time?
a-
Oh yeah, we got 3 minutes. We're good.
Tavai had a great game. I thought Moore was had a good
Yeah,
game too.
he hadn't been playing for a while. He was injured for quite a while, was he not?
I think so.
Yeah, so Tavai and Moore on the defense, I liked what I saw. McInnes, two drops at the beginning,
Oh yeah, we were not happy with him in the beginning.
and then after that he was catching everything. 148 yards at the end, 7 receptions, 10 targets, 148 yards, 1 TD. Mark says Tavai was outstanding, wasted performance. Yeah, that's
Actually, Tavai, and the name I can't pronounce, number 92,
Lolile.
Kamoka Lul, whatever.
Daniel says we had 4 sacks. Yeah, I think were they all in the first half? I don't remember now.
Yes.
And okay, Greg, you're gonna love this. A punt return touchdown, 93 yards by Seven McGee,
Yep.
our first in the whole season. So I
And it
thought-
came when we needed it.
yeah,
Right? It was an answer, but unfortunately, the defense has to come back on the field right
Yeah,
away. That's
yeah.
a bit of a problem. But you know what? I'm not gonna argue. That was great. We were I mean, we were screaming at him to run faster because man, his feet look heavy when he runs. But it was finally good to see that happen, and
Yeah.
clean blocking, no flags. Yay,
Yeah.
yay,
Daniel says
yay.
I was clapping on that. Me too. I was yelling and screaming because I wanted
We
to
were
see
multiple high fiving after that was done.
it. Daniel says finally. All right. Morbital says hello. Just got back from Seattle. Successful trip. Welcome back, Morbital.
Too bad Seattle Seahawks can't say that. But anyway,
Wayne says undisciplined play is the fault of coaching. Yeah, I agree. Sorry, but they have to find players for bad penalties.
yep. Kelly Lockbaum said that last week when we were talking about what the defense needed to do the first time. It's like, and bad penalties on special teams. Hit him where it hurts in the pocketbook.
Yeah. Has for Laughs asking, how was Levi Bell's debut? I didn't see him. I don't even know if he actually played.
He was on specials. He was number 91, I think.
Yeah.
We saw him on specials, and we saw him
on the
jog off
D-line.
the field.
I don't think I saw him on the D line.
Limited snaps.
Yeah. So hard to say how good
He might have been out there when Tavai did something, but then the camera zooms on Tavai maybe. Right. We're not seeing it, but
I mean, if you look at the stats, he didn't have any stats on the stat sheet. So, yeah. Morbital says I canceled my season tickets after Friday's performance. Oh no, Morbital.
Morbital, who are we going to talk to for the
I'll be
game?
at games next season, but not worth it if this is the football quality. Yeah.
You mean defensive football quality? The offense quality's been okay.
Yeah. I mean, I can't say I blame you, Morbital. It is very discouraging to see what's happening. I mean, I'm still gonna go to all the games this season, but yeah, no, I'm not holding you for your decision. He says I'll come to the odd game, but just not for everyone.
Just hopefully you come for the games where the defense plays well.
Yeah, Daniel says very true. I don't blame you. I mean, yeah, I don't blame you. It's so discouraging. It's like we all know what the problem is, but the club refuses to make the change.
Well, like Arthur said, it is consumer. What would you call Arthur? Consumer.
There's a crisis of consumer
Yes,
confidence.
that's it.
Yeah.
I think the Lions management has to make some changes. Canucks are going to hit training camp in 2 weeks. And then in October, it's going to be...
NHL, NFL.
Well, it's Vancouver. It's going to be 100% Canucks, right? I mean, and then the Whitecaps with Thomas Mueller, and they're in third place in the Western Division Conference. They're playing really well. They picked up a world-class player. The Lions are solidly number 3 in this market. And just be thankful there is no other team because they would fall further. So they need to quickly make some changes for next year, or else season ticket sales will take a drop.
Because don't forget, next year's also World Cup.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I mean...
Yeah. Hab says Levi Bell is 98. I
Oh,
saw
98,
him a few
okay.
plays on the line. Okay.
Thanks, Habs.
Wayne says, I know what good coaching can do since the writers hired Corey Mace's HC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Corey Mace.
I mean, there's so many examples of good coaching.
See, he brought an identity and an attitude to that team. It took a year to get it, but we thought that's what Buck was doing here too. We thought Buck was bringing a Winnipeg attitude here.
Yeah.
Well, they had a good start last year, Saskatchewan. Then they couldn't win games after Labor Day, and they kind of just backed into the playoffs. But
Yeah, well, they look like they're renewed with this renewed fire this year.
oh yeah, well,
Except the
it
Calgary.
takes some time. I thought it would take some time, but yeah.
I mean, dare I say to our listeners and our viewers that maybe Buck was not the decision or the attitude that we thought we needed, or that he brings what we thought he had.
Well, we haven't really implemented his attitude. You know, what did he say? He said
Mental toughness.
mental toughness. I didn't see much mental toughness at the end of the game this
I
weekend.
think offensively, you can say they're more physical.
They are more
They're
physical.
tough. They're tougher on the offense.
Yeah.
They're running the ball. On the
but-
defensive side, he's probably he's a first year. He's an OC to a new system, mind you. It's his system.
Yeah,
First
but players
year-
to his system. Yes, I hear you.
Yeah. First time head coach.
Yeah.
So he's probably letting Benny goes. Let me concentrate on the offensive side and being head coach. I'll let you run defense. You know,
Possibly, yeah.
I've known you from DC when I was here as a quarterback. You've been around a long time. You're kind of like my co-coach, but just on the defensive side. I'm sure he has a little input, but he's probably like, there's a lot more on your plate as a head coach versus just an OC, right? You're probably talking with Rick Maiden about players and looking at, maybe improvements and things like that. So yeah, it's
Dan
hard.
says, I think it's a learning curve for Buck. Have
Yeah.
to give him time. Steve says, to me, it looks like most of the BC defense is playing not to get injured. Yeah, I think that's what Greg was trying to kind of alluding to earlier, right? That maybe the coaches are giving them, instructions that they can't kind of go all out.
Then it comes back to coaching again,
Yeah,
right?
they can't.
Just like, okay, tell Seven McGee to just run to wherever you go and just fall down.
HCB says, what was with this weird arm dance thing at the end? Who's hit? Who has the weird arm dance?
Was that my multiple high fives?
I don't think he was referring to you.
That's
Was he
clear.
referring to Buck Pierce or?
Wouldn't be. I don't
Arm
think
dancing?
I don't think Buck Pierce was celebrating in that fourth quarter.
What with his weird arm dance? His being Benny?
No.
Oh, is that the Benny this? That's the Benny defensive call. He does this a lot. I don't know. Maybe
No.
that-
It's
It's okay, HCB, tell us
let
what.
us know.
Tell us what you mean, HCB.
Yeah, is his Buck or is his Benny or is, yeah.
No,
I wanna go
I
watch-
think it's an Ottawa player. I think or where.
Oh, okay.
At the end of the game, I don't think there's any Lions player dancing.
No, that was
We don't have any clips, do we?
no. Mark says lack of discipline is 100% on Buck. Yeah, that's true. It's on the head coach.
Yeah, Pearson at the wrong time, like at the worst time. That put them. I remember Arthur saying they may get a safety now because Pearson backed them up like right to the hair width of the goal line. Did he not? But again, he got pushed back, and then he took a. He was again they catch the retaliator. He got shoved back late, and then he pushed up at the guy's face. He got caught.
Yeah. That's the thing. When the
Ooh.
team unravels, every part unravels quickly.
And it's easy to pick on the Lions because they're such an undisciplined team. You're thinking, okay, if there's a team to pick, it's the Lions probably. So,
Yeah.
I mean, they've been flagging the Lions all
everything.
year
Yeah.
quite heavily. So,
Wayne still thinks the Lions can make the playoffs, but they have to improve the defense.
yeah, just have
This
to win
coming
one.
from a Saskatchewan fan. Wow, Wayne, appreciate it.
Yeah,
Well, you just have
appreciate
to win one more game than the East crossover team, right? It's not that hard.
that. Well, I mean,
Okay, I
winning, they're
guess-
winning. Toronto's kind of.
It's not that hard, but
Heating
we'll
up.
make it hard. You watch, right?
Yeah, we shouldn't even be in this position, but there were games that we should have won that we just lost, and
Yep. As I said, should wins. There's must wins and should wins, and every game like that seems to be like that with us now.
all right, let's shift focus. I guess Arthur, you want to run us through the predictions?
All right.
Oh, and Arthur's questions, right? Because I
Well,
have a
we're
name.
gonna do the predictions first.
Yeah,
Score
okay, cool.
predictions. So last week, all of us have BC winning,
No, I
including.
thought didn't Greg have?
No, I think I said
BC.
it. I forced the BC out because you guys asked. I'm like, yeah,
Okay,
Including Mark and Daniel, everyone had BC winning.
coming out of a bye and trying to fix the D, which we figured they would. We figured they would do something after what they happened to them.
Hey, I had 33-24.
I know that, Wayne. I appreciate it.
I had 33-24 BC.
You
It
got
was
33
looking,
right?
It was looking like that.
Yeah, 33-16, and then they get a late touchdown with a 2-pointer to make it hopeful. Yeah, that it could have happened.
Anyways, but yeah, so that's kind of the deal.
yeah,
Yeah, it's not looking good. So we play Ottawa at home on Friday,
yes,
then Calgary at Calgary, then at home Toronto, at home Calgary. So we'll
Yes.
see how the rest of this 5-game segment goes.
Because I said we're gonna go 1 and 2 or whatever. By the next bye.
yeah.
You thought they'd go 2 and 3,
Yeah.
in this 5-game segment.
So I've got one right so far. I figured we'd split Ottawa in my 2 and 3.
I thought we'd sweep Ottawa, but there goes my.
That's what I
prediction.
thought too. I thought we were gonna sweep Ottawa and lose one game to Calgary.
Yeah, we'd split Calgary, sweep Ottawa,
Yeah,
beat Toronto, but now
I figured we split Calgary, split Ottawa, because
It
Vernon
might-
might be Vernon. But
it might, the way the defense is looking and the way I see the team looking, You guys were going back and forth. I didn't want to interrupt you guys, but it looked like obviously they're taking a lot of penalties, a lot of frustrated penalties, a lot of they're taking it out on the Red Blacks. But I have a feeling that the players are not on board with the scheme, i.e. the coaching.
Yeah.
And they're either frustrated or they don't believe in it.
Yeah.
This is like I asked you in the prior loss, do you think the players, the coaches, have the players lost confidence in the coaches?
Have
on
they
the
tuned them out?
side? Have they tuned them
so.
out?
I think so.
And then what happens is when you're ahead, everything's good. When you're ahead and you're winning, it's all good. But once adversity hits, and there's pressure on you, you fold very easily. Then to me, hey, they're all professional football players. Like what Roland was saying from the beginning. Hey, there's got to be this inner drive that you wanna like excel. It's this drive, this innate nature. Everyone knows how to play, how to cover one-on-one man. It doesn't you don't need to have a coach tell you how to cover man, right? And score awareness. You're up by 6 with what less than 30 seconds left. You're not gonna bite on a pump, right? So you stay in front of them, you make the tackle, you know time's on your side. But you bite on the pump fake, and then I don't know what scheme they were running, but JEC is like below the receiver.
Yeah.
And if he is one of the cover 2 guys, and then if he wasn't, then it was just a cover 1. They're only rushing 3. So I'm like, where is the rest of the defense? If you're only rushing 3, but you have cover 1 back, it means that there's 7 guys in the middle. And
At like the mid zone, like 15, 20, yeah.
I mean, again, there's how much seconds on the clock, and they're at the 50-yard line. They need to score a touchdown, right? You're not playing standard defense. I don't think they had any timeouts left. So yeah, I know CFL. You can still run 5 plays, but you can't give up that kind of a pass.
Nope.
And so, could they be more aggressive on blitzing? Maybe they should have.
Yeah.
But if they're gonna go, they're gonna I don't know. I know maybe they got burned on. I know they got previous games. They've been burned on prevent defense.
They did, yeah.
But this time they're playing more vanilla. I don't know. They're playing more straight up, and they get burned deep. And I'm like, they got to be able to execute something well.
But yeah, but
And
Edwards
it's
Cooper
very
is
frustrating.
Edwards Cooper is like one of the comments said earlier. I don't think he should be playing for the Lions.
Nope. Everybody says a guy was talking to on a forum. They never should have got rid of Marcus Sales. No, because his veteran leadership would have been good here. But everybody said and when he was here, a lot of people weren't happy with him. He got beat on the double move. He got beat deep. But he sure looks like he's gotten rid of that in Saskatchewan. Maybe it's the surrounding the supporting cast and all that he's got there too. But JEC was a liability here, and he's the first time. He's a liability the second time. He loses his cool. What one guy I was talking to during the game in a forum, he's handsy. And I mean, if you're going to do that, hide it better. Something, right? But my gosh. And then, okay, they're playing maybe Bolio's in the middle of the field having to kind of keep his eye on anything beat deep. And then once the ball's in the air, he's got to go help out. He's a little bit late getting over there. And I don't think it was a tall receiver. Was it not Pimpleton went up and got that ball? The smallest receiver on the team.
But what did he say in the post game? Right, they interviewed him. Goes, well, the way I was hoping to get the ball, but the way they lined up their defense against me, I thought I had a chance because he was gonna do the deep ball because he's the fastest guy, right?
By far.
The way they lined up their defense against me, I knew there would be a good chance the ball was coming my way. That's what he said.
Yeah.
Which means he's on man. He's man to man.
So again, that goes to scheme, right?
When they needed to play a proper prevent, they didn't. When they needed to play anything else but prevent, They play prevent. That's on the coach.
Well, they did, and you got to get the players to execute. I mean, I don't know. Like it's, yeah.
But I
Come
mean, they
on, we
don't.
see. You've seen a simple man-on-man. They can defend like a fast player. Like I mean, come on. This is not like
Yep.
Pimpleton is. I don't know. Like the best wide receiver in the world of football, right? I mean, he's a good player, but I mean, come on, you should be able to cover.
Yep. He's more used to catching a ball coming this way on a return when there's nobody on him until he gets the ball.
That was a good catch and it was a good throw, but then Crum had all day and we rushed 3.
So okay, yes, so fine. 3 maybe not get there. Fine, but you should have, like you said, Arthur. There's 9 other guys out there.
Yeah,
that
I mean,
should've-
I'm trying to figure out where everyone is, and I'm like, if you're rushing 3, we should have a lot more in coverage.
Yep.
But when he throws that deep ball, I only see 2 Lions. I'm like, okay, like.
But again, that's TSN camera. I mean, we can. There's all. I mean,
Well,
not
still,
enough
but you
camera-
know what I mean, right? I mean,
Yep,
I'm,
no, we
I'm
know exactly
if
what
you're
you mean.
if you're rushing through, I'm expecting at minimum a cover 2, a cover 3.
Yep. Yep.
And time of the game, what they have to do.
Field
I'm
situation. Field
expecting a
awareness,
cover
yes.
3 or a cover 2 if you're not blitzing.
And they were not doing anything.
Well, they weren't blitzing.
Yep.
And if it was a cover 2, what's JEC biting on a pump? Like a mid
Because you know darn well they're not going to go for an intermediate route. Come on.
Well, maybe they do, but then like
You got to be like you said. You got to be aware of the situation. You got, and we've talked about a lot of those lines seem not to have football awareness.
Yeah. Wayne says maybe the game has passed Benny by. I think not maybe. I think.
Yeah, no,
I think
you
that's-
are right except for that first word, Wayne.
Wayne's being gracious.
Yes, true.
All right. Let's go back to our predictions. So Daniel gave one. Lions win 36-18
Oh, this is for next week. All right,
for next
Daniel.
week. Yes.
36-18 Lions. You sure?
Yes.
You sure, Daniel?
Lions.
It's a home game, so maybe we have home cooking and we get to the game a little bit later.
All right, so it's my turn to go first. Oh boy, Drew Brown, is he close to coming? Does it matter? Doesn't matter.
No, because again, Drew Brown can pass better than Crum, but Crum proved he can pass against this D.
Yeah.
As long as you're about 80% accurate, we're good. You're good against this D.
I have a feeling we're overdue for our offense to lay an egg.
Good
We're
call,
o-
Arthur. Good
We're
call.
overdue for our offense to lay an egg. They've been scoring a lot of points, win or lose. But, I mean, they've scored 33, 34, 36, 38, 33, 27. And that was against Saskatchewan. So, I think they're going to go 24. I can see Lions scoring maybe 24 at home. I feel that there's going to be some infighting within like the units.
So there's going to be a brawl at practice, probably.
It's going to be 31-24 Ottawa. If they can't figure it out after a bye, how are they going to figure it out in a standard week?
So I don't think they did anything during that bye. I honestly don't, other than bring Levi Bell in.
Let me read a comment from Mark. It was rush 3 with Woods spying Crum. Edwards Cooper clearly fooled and beaten, but Bolio can't be so late to help.
Yeah,
Unless
Bolio
he's-
was in the middle.
Unless he's cover 1 and then
It looked like cover, yeah, because I mean Edwards Cooper gave him a big cushion, and then but didn't back off. He stayed still. He got caught flat-footed, biting on the double move. Carter was the halfback on that side.
no,
He was
Carter's
at
the
about
corner. Carter's corner.
well, he was inside. He was inside H.
JEC's the halfback. So if there's going to be a cover 2, it would be JEC. Yeah, it'd be JEC or Bolio or the other half sliding over, right?
Okay, well, I'm just trying to look at the lineup here because Carter was inside JEC. He's coming. Carter's coming, and Carter's was a lot more shallow. But anyway,
Yeah. Then he's the corner. Then
too
yeah,
many
yeah.
guys were at around 15, 20 yards.
Yeah. So JEC, if anyone is JEC, should be the deep guy, not the shallow guy. To my point. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, Carter's the corner, and usually they're not at they're more shallow, right?
Well, I mean, at least it gave the Ottawa fans a cheer some about it. I mean, yes, happy
Yeah.
for the league, what it is, but yeah. What's your prediction, Roland?
Oh, am I next? So,
Or mine? Is Roland
Yeah,
next?
it's rolling next.
okay. Before I go, Wayne says it'll be 31-24 Lions. So that's Wayne's prediction.
31-24 BC, and that is Wayne. All right, I got you down
So,
here.
so I hear what Arthur's saying, but we started the game okay defensively. We only held them to 3 points. So I think I see something there. So I think this week, if they can refine that, then I think we're gonna win this game. So I'm saying I'm gonna go with 38-21.
38. Wow.
38-21 BC.
Well, they scored 33, so just another 5 points.
Yeah.
Without crazy wind.
Yes. HCV says Drew Brown will be back for the rematch.
Oh boy.
And Mark says Finley was an extra DB also.
Must have been on the field, so they had 6 guys. Hmm.
All right, Greg's prediction.
Greg, you predicted 2 and 3 in this 5-game segment.
Yep. No rain, no wind. So our faster guy, our medium speed guy should be a touch faster. Our DBs should be able to close quicker if they're smart enough.
Heart or gut? Heart or
No,
gut?
well, I said
Heart
we were
or
going to
gut?
split Ottawa, and I knew we were going to lose the first one in Ottawa.
You knew it, but you didn't predict it.
No, I was hoping to. I was trying to go against it.
Oh, so it's heart and mind. You know, it's brains and
Because
heart, right?
yeah, well, no, it was gut and butt. But anyway,
Gut and gut, right.
but no, that was a real pulling tooth on that BC win in Ottawa because I was really. But I'm going to say 31. No, I'm going to say 33. 20. 33. 30. Ottawa.
33-30 Ottawa.
Yep.
All right.
Boy, that was like pulling teeth.
Yeah, well, because I picked BC, I was wrong, but they're gonna split. I'd like BC to win, but I got a weird feeling about this one.
All right. So both of you guys are going with Ottawa. I'm going BC. Daniel and Wayne are going with BC as well. Okay, we'll see
Yep.
you next week.
I mean, I would like to say, in dry conditions, our fast guys will be faster, but we don't have any fast guys. And the one fast guy we
Very
do have on offense, his game awareness and field awareness. Tune into 3DB
Yes.
Football 101, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Anyone else online who wants to give a prediction, let us know in the chat. We'll record it here too, and then we'll go over it next week.
If there's ever a time to dial in defensemen, it's now.
Dial them in, like as in focus them or bring them in.
Defensemen? Are we talking hockey?
our defensive squad, I guess.
Yeah.
Daniel says, guys, the Lions will come out very mad.
Yeah, they can come up mad, but if they don't come up playing properly, it ain't gonna make a difference. You can play mad.
Yeah. I mean, they're mad. I mean, but if they're mad at each
Mean.
other,
I
mad at
mean,
the coaches, or mad at the refs, how about you just focus between the whistles, pancaking, hitting someone hard,
yeah.
not after the whistle.
That's been my game. That's been my key to the game before is controlled aggression, right?
Yeah.
We can't even do that.
Yeah, Daniel's hit this right too. Back to the basics.
Yeah. You mean like tackling?
Oh, okay. HCB says, sorry, it was just supposed to say defense.
That's okay, ACB. Hockey season starting. You can be sports fans once again.
Habs can. I don't know. Anyway.
Oh, okay. Wayne says you're mean to the Lions players.
Yeah, he is.
I think
He is.
he's mean to Seven McGee.
Oh, he's mean to the defense too. He's
Okay.
mean to the defense.
I'm
Greg
hard
is
to
mean
please, Wayne. I'm hard to please. I've been a fan of this team for 5
Don't date
decades,
yourself.
man.
Don't date yourself.
5 decades, brother.
All right, Roland. Who is your Canadian player of the game?
Okay, let me just read. Mark says, "Hi, Greg. So right on Berry Hill. Absolutely."
Hey, in the
Okay.
and I'll bring it up at the end of the show.
Yeah.
Alright. So my defensive player of the game,
Canadian.
Canadian,
Canadian
player of the
player.
game is, well,
There's only one guy.
yeah, 7 receptions for 148
Yeah.
yards, 1 touchdown, 57 yak, and 51 longest. That's Justin McInnes.
All right. Greg, unsung hero. We know who it is.
99, Jonah Tavai. That guy set a tone early. Too bad the rest of the D didn't figure it out and follow his lead.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was wasted. And talking, sorry, let me just say something before you go, Arthur. Talking about wasted, we have, like, one of the elite quarterbacks, Nathan Rourke. We have the leading rusher, James Butler. We have the leading receiver, with Hatch. And we're letting the season go down the drain. Like, that's why I'm so upset.
Because we have leading there, but we got a bleeding D. That's the problem.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. Go ahead, Arthur. Just needed to get that off my chest.
Do you feel better, Roland?
Not really, but I got it off my chest anyway.
It's a good thing you were on stage this morning, Ro. Oh, man.
Oh boy. All right, the big picture moment is the Lions defense. Obviously, the management did not address the leadership issue. I think coaching. We talked about Mike Benavides. I like the guy a lot. Just maybe like the on-field performance. It's not acceptable. And he even said it. I think in the last week's pressers, he goes, "Yeah, it's unacceptable, and this is on him." But I would say, when they lost TJ Lee to the Achilles injury, that sunk their chances in that game against Winnipeg. That was like two years ago, in the Western Final. They lost Hatch and they lost TJ Lee very quickly. Yep. The Lions team since that quote unquote height of being kind of close to Winnipeg in the Western Final. Now look at the fall from grace from that point is we've lost leadership among the players.
Yeah.
The year before we lost Brian Burnham.
Yeah.
We starting to lose these veteran players. Lions actually are a younger team. They've been bringing guys in very young, but they need more established CFL veterans. It's going to cost you more, and more leaders and more playmakers. So they brought in Alway. They're not paying him a lot, and he's an undersized middle linebacker. He plays with heart. Yes, he plays all out, and people say, "I love to have Mika Alway on my team because he plays all out and he's very positive." Like if you guys, I don't know if you guys saw his interview after the game. He's trying to be positive, right? And I get it.
He's one of the voices in the locker room. You were right.
Yeah.
You were right.
They brought him in to be kind of the veteran presence because we lost TJ, but needed more. I think they needed more guys. And I think they need some guys. I think on D, you kind of need some guys. I don't say wholesome. You need kind of bullies on defense, don't you, Greg?
Yeah.
Like, don't you need some guys who are like, okay, this guy gets upset. This
bullies,
guy might just beat up 3 guys.
Right. And you also need those bullies to also be in or affecting every play. And unfortunately, as much as I like Micah Alway, he does not affect every play.
I mean, he gives you everything he got.
Right, but sometimes he's out of position. Sometimes he misses it.
He's not a bully. As a middle linebacker. I mean, he's not a bully. All the middle linebackers in the league. DeBlanco, for Edmonton, he's I think a high draft pick. He's big and he played well. Veracek, I think it's Veracek, and she is.
Daniel's been saying his wife watches games with him, they win, but she's working most
nights. Got you.
Yeah.
I thought that's her height. And then for Hamilton, they're middle linebacker. So I'm just wondering, the Lions needed to bring more veteran players on defense who can when the chips are down, when things are spiraling out of control, who can talk the game, and what Greg will say is bring the game and like
Yep.
step up and make a big
Yeah.
play,
Yep.
just like what the San Francisco 49ers did to my Seahawks when the Seahawks were on the 9-yard line, ready to win the game. Their best or second best defensive player made a difference.
Yep.
That's what we need.
Yeah.
And we're
Y-
not getting that.
So there's two ways we can get someone, or one of our existing players can rise up and be that person.
Other teams are spending and bringing these guys in.
Yeah, but these guys aren't don't just appear, right? They rise up. So they weren't, the people like Solly and Big Hill, when they first started, they were just
Yeah.
a new guy, and then they rose up and they took
You know,
that
yeah,
leadership. Right?
that it's those growing pains. Like, when are they gonna be that player, right?
Well, it didn't take them long to be that player. That's
Yeah,
the thing.
yeah.
But they were effective every single play.
Yeah,
I mean, like,
Yeah.
I called them out during the game, but I mean, come on, man. You claim to be the hardest hitter in the league, but you are the most unaware.
But again, we need
come on.
more guys who we need leadership.
Yep.
Like, we need guys
Claim it and game
versus
it, man.
someone who's saying I'm the biggest hitter in the in the league, right? I need people
Action.
who can affect change.
Yeah.
You know, get a big sack, get a big interception. And we're not getting that. We're just not
let's
getting
talk
that.
more action, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
But that type of inspiration, I think coaches can play a big part there too. A coach can build that into a player, right?
Yes,
Co-
but
a coach-
unfortunately, like Arthur says, metaphors and quotes and sayings and catchphrases may not be what this team needs to hear.
Well, I mean, so far these coaches have had this team for how many weeks?
14,
Plus training camp.
Oh, like 18.
Yeah, plus training camp. I think sometimes if another player comes to you and like, hey, don't remember it's the 4-letter acronym, right?
Bigo, Bifo.
No. FAFO. I sent you guys what that means.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not saying that the coaches will need to go and talk to each player. What I'm saying is that coaches need to identify who's going to be my next leader in the locker room, and then
Utilize him.
and utilize him. Say, hey, I want you to be that leader. You need to go and do this for your teammates, and then that guy will go and talk to the other players.
Well, I mean, they gotta be they gotta have that in them, and then like that leadership qualities,
Yeah.
and then produce.
Yeah.
And I'm saying the Lions and where they are in their maturation with you guys mentioned it, right? You have a top tier quarterback, top 3 in the league. You have the best running back by production and the best receiver by production. We're wasting our offense.
Yes.
We need to devote more resources to our defense for roster construction next year. This year is pretty much a lost cause.
Yeah. Daniel says, did you see
Mm.
Away's post-game interview? He kept saying it's about him, not the team.
Well, it's about what I as a player, what can me as a player do for the next game and improve
Yeah.
and be better, be a better version of myself.
Yeah. And he's trying to set an example to the other
Yeah.
players so that
He's being accountable.
Yeah,
Yes.
every player to a man will say, what do I need to do? Yeah. So that's, I mean, he's trying to play that leadership role.
But just like you said, maybe some of these players are out of position because they're trying to cover up for the weaker position. Again, do your job. Let the other guy worry about doing his. And if he doesn't do his job, if you did yours and not worry about having to help cover up the other guy, then if he doesn't have what it takes, it's going to show he gets replaced. But if you do half-ass your job, half-ass his job, and vice versa, it doesn't show. It hides warts, and then it gets exposed.
Yeah.
That's
Mark
a great
says-
point, Mark. Great point.
Yeah, he says, Halatic sums up Lions' demise. Big part of defense in 22-23. As an up-and-coming player, now almost an afterthought. He should be one of their veteran leaders now.
Or a difference maker.
But he's too quiet.
Well, even if you're quiet, but if you're like Solomon, if you
But-
play
but,
like
yeah.
Solomon Aluminium, then
But
You don't need to
Ben's
be a
not a
talker.
difference maker because if you're quiet, then your actions have to speak. But unfortunately, he's in the right place at the right time. He's average at best at covering, according to some of the alumni players I speak to. he doesn't do anything non-verbal enough to make a difference. When he hits a guy, it's nice. When
When you say quiet, you meaning action and
yeah, he's
okay,
not
okay,
verbal, he's not
okay.
vocal, and is again, if he has a thunderous like Solly, he didn't need to say anything because he'd take your head off every time you came anywhere
Yeah, he
near
doesn't have
him.
to say anything. He just blows you up all the
Right,
time.
and then your player in the locker room, he just got to glare at you. You ever seen Solly glare at you from
Oh,
inside that
no.
helmet? And Big Hill, I'm sorry, that guy's a little off. But that's what you want in a middle linebacker, right?
Right.
It sucked when we couldn't play the two of them, right? When we kind of were forced to pick one or the other. I didn't like that. We had to find a way.
Well,
to
we
keep
had to
those
pick
both.
aluminium.
Yeah, but we had to find a way to keep them both.
Well, no. I mean,
But anyway.
Rigo went down to the States. He came back up. We couldn't fit him in.
Yeah, but either way, I'm just saying, Haladic, he can't run a guy down. He has because he's a smart player. His field awareness is great, but that's not enough to be a leader.
But that I see Mark's point though. That could have been developed. That could have been developed because he had the raw.
He was looking good.
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah.
He was.
But is he a guy that's going to come up? You can't develop that vocal. Like he's not going to come up and tell you to
well,
fine or you know what I mean?
as long as his actions speak loud.
Yeah.
I know, Greg. You want a prototypical minimum, and I do too. I mean, I love that too, right? I want a middle linebacker like what, like. I mean, I have all these NFL names. I won't.
Ben Sankey.
Ben Sankey, sure. I mean, he's not very vocal, but his actions
He makes
speak loud.
exactly.
Yeah.
And Haladic's on-field play is too polite. He's not a bully.
Greg just wants to be a bully.
No, but I'm just saying, you
that
know,
can
like
be developed. That can be developed.
No, I don't know that.
I don't know. I don't know if you're
I-
going to develop
I don't
the
you
like
can develop
thunderous hit in Haladic because he's smart and he's technique is great, but it's not consistent.
I have a clip of him stuffing some guy about to run into the end zone, lifting him up in the air and
Oh
smashing
yes,
him
and
to the ground.
body slamming him, but that was only once, just
So-
once.
So he can do it. That's what I mean. That can be developed, right?
So you're saying, Roland, that a player can develop a killer instinct.
Develop a
A
what?
killer instinct.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh no, we're not talking killer. I think we're talking leadership.
Well, no,
Action
but
leader.
like just
Yeah.
impactful play.
Yeah,
We're
impact.
talking about impactful play
Yeah.
to be like disruptive and aggressive.
Yeah. I mean, high school coaches do that, right? High school coaches look at their roster and they figure out who the
Yeah.
potential leaders
Hey,
are.
True,
the
but
high
that's
school-
They
coaching.
take them
that's-
aside and they talk to them and then they develop them as leaders in the team,
well,
right?
Right,
yeah,
but-
but yeah.
But
Killer instinct.
I think it's got to be still part of the guy's nature. Like, you know, high school coaches, when I coach, you find the most psycho nutty guy in your team and you develop it. You bring it out. You enhance it. But
Roland,
the-
you're making me agree with Greg. So
Oh.
stop doing this. I don't want to agree with Greg. You're making me agree with Greg. So stop this line of questioning.
But no, but I.
Wayne says, I've never been a big fan of Awe. I just think he takes too many penalties.
Well, I think, and I'll say what Arthur said. He does because he's trying to play bigger than he is because he is undersized, right? But
Aggressive, you mean more?
Yeah,
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
aggressive.
Greg.
The
Yeah.
kill-
We're all,
instead of
yeah.
killer mentality, aggressive.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
again, like Solly, he never had to. You even go back to even before Solly, who was 51. Oh heck, who is he now? 51.
51.
Baron
Baron Simpson.
Simpson. Yeah, again, not vocal, but he made a difference.
His actions speak louder than
Oh,
his
yeah.
words.
Yep.
We just want action. I don't care. I mean, do we need someone rah? Fine. Yeah. I mean, if you do it, it's an added bonus. But I need players, playmakers.
Yeah.
We just don't have enough on defense.
Nope.
Nowhere near enough.
Nope. I mean, if we had a safety that takes your head off, that would be great too.
Yeah. But
Or a safety that hits you hard. Like, I'm sorry if. No, I'm not going to call him on any more players. Forget it. Forget it.
it's okay. Every time in the past, you call the players, they did well.
Well, the hardest and most effective hit in the Ottawa game was Dante Williams taking out Matthew Betts. Betts had Crum stopped and moving sideways. Dante comes in and torpedoes Betts because
Heads
again,
down. He wasn't even looking.
no, his head's down. The typical, and I mean, hardest hitter, fine, but you got to be an aware hitter.
Yeah.
And for God's sake, use your arms because the guy's driving for a touchdown. If he hit like that and wrapped up, he helps Betts. Instead, he takes out Betts. Crum walks in upright.
Yeah.
And then that other one, the WWE, let's throw my elbow backwards. You
But that
don't see
one-
where the guy's coming from.
That one he overran and he was falling. He overran and he was falling. So
But
that
he
one
did make the
you know.
runner go down after 4 or 5
yeah,
yards.
he did, but he was out of position. He slowed him down and someone else made the tackle.
But I will say he was in a better position to this game as a linebacker than a halfback.
But going back to your point about Deontay Williams spearing Betts, again, that can be developed. You know, he has the heart of wanting to hit hard. He's just not thinking, right? He's not thinking.
And that comes down to who?
The coaches, right?
Bingo.
Coaches can develop that. Say, you know, show him that film. You know, you took out your own guy, and you know, Crum got in, right? So
How long has he been torpedoing guys all year, right? Has the is he wrapping up this like? This can't be the first time he's got burned, and then coaches, oh yeah, we should teach you how to. I mean, if they have to show him a video how to wrap up, and tell him like
Yeah.
the
Okay.
next
Well,
yeah,
practice, it's dereliction of duty on the
Yeah,
coaches.
yeah,
They
you
should have
got-
been after him after week 1.
yeah, because he took out the Edmonton player in both Edmonton games, right? Those hits, they were clean hits. I argued that one already, but he hit him. He didn't tackle him. He hit him, and then they move him over to halfback, and in those both Hamilton games, he was exposed. Because again, he's more of a hitter than a cover, but again, like Roland said, you got to develop the hitter and make him a tackler. Hit the same intensity, but wrap up. It punishes the ball carrier more.
Yeah.
Because
Heads
now
up.
you've come in, you've hit and wrapped. That momentum is with that ball carrier as he goes down to the ground. You hit him, fine. You fall down because your momentum stopped at the hit. He goes wherever, but if he doesn't go down, you're done. You hit him and you bounced off. If you hit him and wrap, more effective. But
Like I
that's on a
just can't buy. It's not on the player. He has to be taught how to tackle. He has to be taught how to wrap up.
It is.
And it's on the coaches because he hasn't told Dante
No,
Williams
it
to
is
wrap
on the
up.
player.
Yeah.
I'm
and
not saying.
Yeah.
I'm not saying the player is,
No,
is
but
off the
Roland's
hook.
right. It has
Yeah.
to be. It's developed.
But
you, I mean,
But
yeah.
it is on the player. But when the coach sees that, the coach can't just say, "Oh, he needs to know better." The coach needs to come up and develop him. And if he keeps doing it, there's going to be repercussions.
The thing is, that's the problem with this whole team.
No
You hit it
repercussions.
right there, Roland. I'm sure they've been talking to him about this. I mean, come on, it cannot be this
I
whole
don't know.
year. They're like, oh yeah, we'll
I
let
don't
it
know.
slide.
I'm not too convinced that they're talking to them because
Okay, and I'm not
Okay,
I'm not
fair
going to
enough.
complain about TSN, but we don't. Their cameras are their cameras. But there were more times last year. You guys said, would I rather have last year's defense or this year's? But at least last year we saw Ryan Phillips interact with the players after a great play. We saw Ryan Phillips go up to a player after a not great play. We saw John Bowman, correct. Have we seen Benavides go up and interact with any of the players? Like, great play. Hey,
Well, if they ever make a turnover, he goes over. But then we don't see a lot of them because they don't make a lot of good plays.
right. But have we seen, like, okay, when they take a stupid penalty,
Hmm.
right? Have we seen any of the coaches go up and let them have it like we have on any of the other CFL teams?
No.
Like, if you take a misconduct or something stupid.
You want the Lions to do the Ryan Dinwiddie and just throw players under the bus?
No, I don't mean that, but I'm saying, like, on the sideline, you see the guy, the player, the coach go up and put his arm around the guy or pat him on the head or
Yeah.
even scream at him. Like, at least you know the coach is doing his job.
My
Call
head
the-
is buried in my hands when the defense is on the
That's
field.
true.
Great.
That is true. Okay. So,
So I
maybe
mean, I'm not
TSN shows
looking
what
at the
you're supposed to-
TV. I'm already like, no.
Okay. And how many times did we worry about those calls? Eh, this whole game is like, we made a tackle. We could be 2 and out. Oh no, flag. Is there?
Is it if it's roughing the passer? Oh, is it illegal contact on a receiver? Oh, watch out! Oh, is it a misconduct?
all right, we're running. We're way over time, but let me read a couple more comments. We'll respond to that, and then we'll call it a night. Let me read Daniel's first. What about the new guy we signed? Is it Bell? That was his name. That's Levi Bell, right? And Wayne says, where do you find players this late in the season other than NFL cuts? So I think Levi Bell, we spoke about him earlier. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
He's a
think
designated
some-
American. He had limited
Yeah,
stints.
someone said earlier that he saw him a few times lining up on the D line, but we didn't really see that much production out of him. He's not on the stat sheet, so. Daniel says, "This is pro football. If the players can't do it, bench them or cut them." Yeah, that's the repercussions that we're not seeing, right?
Yeah, but then if they cut, say they cut some of these defensive players that we've been talking about, and let's not name names. Greg, we'll let Greg name names. Then who do we have?
Yeah, so we become the two down bros.
I think it was
'cause somebody
another
hunted me
comment,
down.
right? Who do we have? Like it's NFL. There's not that many NFL
Yeah.
cuts.
No,
I mean,
because they
bench them
get picked up by
first.
by another NFL team, right?
So I'll name names. So like
All right, Roland, go.
Deontay Williams, he's a raw uncut diamond, right?
I don't
So
know.
I
Why
would-
did
I would-
Saskatchewan let him go?
How
I would
many
bench
years
him.
has he been in the league?
I would bench him, and then when he keeps doing these stupid things, Edwards Cooper, I would get rid of him.
Dante Williams.
Morbital says, "My belief is Amar needs to clean house in football ops. Marketing and sales are doing their jobs.
No, they're
Football ops
not.
is not.
Marketing and sales are not doing their jobs. Thus, the season ticket thank you package. They ain't doing their job. Sorry.
But that's the least of our worries right
Yeah.
now. I think maybe you keep Buck, but at this point, I don't know." Morbital says, "I don't have faith in this group. This group can turn things around because they failed for 5 years."
Okay, for the Dante Williams question, 2 years. 2022, he's a practice roster Seahawk. 23-24 season, he's a Rough Rider. 25, Lion.
I see. Yeah.
So
I
he's-
mean, yeah,
So
it's on this
Saskatchewan let him go for a
yeah.
reason. I mean, in 1 year, he ain't that expensive.
So let me go back. You keep Buck because OC talent's very hard to find, and it's just being retread in the league. And Buck's one of the best OCs in the league, so
Yeah.
you keep him. He just needs maybe if you can bring another defensive coordinator who has some head coaching experience, and maybe he can help Buck, right?
Yeah.
Help Buck, like situational awareness. I know Buck said, "I'm just gonna run." It's 2nd and 8. I just, yeah, we're at the fringe of strong white field goal range. They're stacking the box. I'm gonna give Nate the green light to RPO, play action, try to find a 5-yard pass, right? I mean, but it's just that, like, he's an OC. He's like, maybe he's used to a Winnipeg defense backing him up, but we don't got no Winnipeg defense in the past. We don't got playmakers like
But
they
you think
had.
Buck would see that coming in, which he probably did.
Yeah, but again, when he's calling the plays, and this happened, right, Roland, against Toronto, we were going, what is up with this conservative play calling,
Yep. Yep.
right? And like your defense needs you to like extend offensive drives. Like they need a break. I don't know what they need something, right? They need.
They just need you on the field more than them.
Yeah,
period.
yeah. The only way, the best thing for the Lions defense is not for them not to be on the field.
Yes.
So so that's my issue. So I think Buck can be salvaged as a head coach for sure, right? But as an offensive coach, you got to keep him, and you just need defensive coaches to come
Yeah.
in.
And I think Buck is, like we said earlier, he's new. He needs to learn. He's been with Winnipeg for a long time, and Winnipeg had a strong O-line. They had dependable running backs.
They have strong player leadership on
Yeah.
that team.
So
Which was developed.
when the
Yeah.
opponent expects you to run, you still ram it down their throat, and you'll get away with it because you can
Yeah.
execute.
And
And
yeah.
I think he needs to learn that we don't have that type of the type of a team. So he needs to be a
Yet.
little bit more
Yeah.
aggressive in other ways. Right?
Well,
Mhm,
maybe we'll
mhm.
see in the offseason because he's found that out now, the hard way.
There wasn't that many changes
Yeah.
to our starters.
Well, then that's on your GM too, isn't it?
Let me read a comment here. Captain
Yeah.
Buttershirt took in a few practices this summer. DC is animated on the field, but the defense seems tuned out. For what it's worth, I never played football. And then he follows up. Maybe the age difference in coach to player is getting a bit stretched.
Pete Carroll, enough said.
Yeah.
The team loved him.
Wayne says,
He'll play for Pete. He's inspirational.
yeah,
I think.
Oh, I know you didn't want to bet, but I'm well aware of it. So why did they let him go after 1 year?
okay. Wayne says, hey, Greg, I didn't want to bring up that Deontay Williams was a rider last year.
Oh, I know he was. That's where we got him from. But why did the Riders let him go? And he was a DB in the Riders system too.
Yeah. Maybe they didn't want to spend the time to develop him. I don't know. Wayne says, I think offensively the Lions are in good shape. I mean, comparative to the defense, it's, it's the least of their worries. But
Wayne, the Lions' offense is in such good shape it could be Mr. Universe compared to the Lions' defense.
But of course, I think there's tweaks that they can still improve.
Dante Williams came from the Nebraska Cornhusker program, so hitting hard is a must.
Really? Interesting.
All right.
But then again, down there you get away with not using your arms. But
Okay, it's 9:55, guys. We're way over time, so I think let's call it a night. Another week where we had to vent and vent our frustrations. I think every week, the level of hope I can sense is getting lower and lower, and I'm still hopeful, and I'm hoping that we'll win this game this week, and we'll take it one game at a time. All right,
Thank you,
Mortal says,
Mortal.
thanks, fellas.
quick
Right.
question though before we go. I want to give our plug to Roland and your effort on the Football 101. It's an awesome thing. I think everybody should take a look at it. I showed my wife the offensive penalty one today, and she says, what's the blue line? I told her, line of scrimmage. Everybody's supposed to be behind that line. Why is number 83 on the other side? Can he see the referee up at the other end? That's all she said. And my wife does not know football. Enough said, making my point. But it's a great idea. Roland, it was a great job. I love it.
Okay,
I love that
thanks.
101.
Talking about wives, Daniel, tell us what you need us to do to get your wife to watch every single game from here onwards, because we need to win.
We have to pay her paycheck because she's working at night. So we have to give them enough money she doesn't have to work.
All right.
Is this what we're succumbing to get some wins for this team?
Hey,
Yes.
I'm eating foot-long hot dogs at the game because they win. But then they went and proved that wrong. So, but they're
need-
5-0 with his wife watching, man.
We need to set up a GoFundMe for this. All right. Wayne says, thanks, guys, for your passion and knowledge. I enjoy your show. I
We enjoy you
guys,
tuning in, man. We
chatting with us
appreciate you.
too. Daniel says, good night, guys.
Right,
good night,
Daniel, answer the
everyone.
question. Answer.
Well, I did cheer for the Riders over the Blue Bombers. That's for sure.
Yes.
So it was a great 2-game sweep over
That's
the Blue
how you
Bombers.
play defense, guys.
Wow, I love that defense, that Rider defense. Man,
Because Corey Mace cut his teeth
yeah.
as a defensive coordinator. That's right.
I enjoyed. I didn't enjoy Zach being knocked out,
Yeah.
injured.
Yeah. That was tough.
I'm sorry.
Come on, Greg.
All right.
I was
No.
reading Morbidel's comment. I wasn't thinking about Caleros, man.
Right. Okay, let's call it a night. Thanks, guys. Have a great evening, everyone. A good week, and hopefully we'll have some good news this next game. Okay, take care, everyone. Good night.
Change the D.
All right. Bye-bye.